Hey everyone, I'm Dave Lakin from Still Serving Veterans, and today we're talking about something that a lot of veterans struggle with, figuring out what's next after the military. It's a major shift, and if you're feeling uncertain, you're not alone. So we have a framework to help with that we call the 6 Cs. Unfortunately, the numbers show it's not always a smooth transition. About half of all veterans leave their first civilian job within a year, and they take jobs that don't fit their skills, they feel underemployed, don't see room for growth, or struggle with the new work culture. If that sounds familiar to you, then we need to have a new game plan. The 6 Cs allow you to make career decisions that work for you instead of jumping into the first job that comes along. So let's start with the basics. Content. What kind of work do you actually want to do? Too often, veterans take the first job they're offered without asking if it's something they'll really enjoy. So ask yourself, what skills from my military career do I want to keep using? What parts did I love and what do I never want to do again? Do I need any extra training or certifications? For example, let's say you were in logistics. You might take a warehouse job, but with a small certification, you could step into supply chain management instead. It's about thinking ahead and not selling yourself short. Next, think about context, where you operate best. In the military, we had a structured environment, a clear chain of command, and a mission. Civilian workplaces, not so much. So ask yourself these questions. Do I prefer a structured or fast moving environment? Do I want work in an office or remote or a mix of both? Do I want to work in a mission driven place like a nonprofit or am I fine with a corporate setting? A lot of veterans take jobs at startups but struggle with the lack of leadership and direction. If you're someone who likes clear structure with the expectations, maybe corporate or government work is a better fit. Let's talk about culture. It's not just about what you do, but how your workplace operates. Military culture is team focused, mission oriented, and structured. Civilian work cultures vary a lot. So ask yourself this. Do I want a formal or relaxed work environment? How important are diversity and leadership style and company values to me? Do I want to work in a veteran friendly company? Some veterans struggle in companies where leadership is unclear or disorganized, but when they move to a defense contractor or a veteran friendly employer, they feel more at home. Finding the right cultural fit reduces stress and makes work more enjoyable. The people around you can make or break your job satisfaction. If you're used to working in a tight knit unit, going solo in a competitive sales job might feel isolating. So, questions to ask yourself. Do I want to work with other veterans or do I want a mix of backgrounds? Do I need strong mentorship culture or do I prefer teamwork? Or am I fine working independently? A friend of mine took a job in a corporate sales environment but found it was too cutthroat. They switched to project management where teamwork mattered more and they did great. It's all about knowing what kind of work relationships help you to succeed best. All right, so real talk. Life outside of work matters too, right? Some jobs might look great on paper, but they don't fit your lifestyle. So, questions to ask yourself on that. Where am I willing to relocate to? And where am I not? How much travel am I okay with? Does this job align with my family's needs? A veteran I worked with took a high travel consulting job for the pay, but realize that they were never home. If family time is a priority, think about those constraints before saying yes to a job. Let's talk money. A lot of veterans undervalue themselves and take lower salaries than they deserve. Others take the first check that they can get, even if it's not a long-term fit for them. So questions to ask yourself for that. What is my minimum salary to maintain my lifestyle? What salary should I realistically expect to get for my experience and credentials and education? Remember, on this one, that the military wasn't paying you for your security clearance or your education. They were only paying you for your time in service and your time in the job through your promotions. So when you convert to the civilian world, you not only should expect whatever your minimum pay was at the end of the year, all your compensation, but also what the civilian world will pay you for security clearances, education, certifications, those things. What salary should you realistically expect to get for your experience and all those other things definitely needs to be considered. Can I negotiate or is there room for growth? Can I give back 5K and start with 4 weeks vacation? Can I give back the health care if you already have TRICARE, you're retired, and take $1,000 more in your monthly paycheck? So, for example, a veteran took a 45K IT job only to find out that they could have started at 85K with a cybersecurity certification that was easily achievable. So, know your worth. Don't settle just to get hired faster. So, what happens when you ignore these 6 C's? Job hopping, of course. Veterans leave jobs more quickly because they don't think through the fit ahead of time. And that leads to frustration, burnout, lower earnings, no clear career path, job hopping. Your first civilian job doesn't have to be your last, but it should be a step in the right direction. Before you take a job, run it through these 6 C's. Think about fit and lifestyle and long term potential, not just the paycheck. If you're feeling stuck, reach out. SSV is here to help. We can translate your military skills, we can help walk you through it all, and make sure you're on the right path. Finally, you served with purpose. Your next career should have purpose too. Thanks for being here today. If you have any questions, let's talk. If you need help, here's how you can reach us. We're here to make sure you don't just find a job, but you find the right job. Let's connect. Reach out to your counselor or reach out to me. We'll see you soon.